next one. And we are live.
Oh yeah, we in there.
Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back, Crypto Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Gentleman of Crypto episode 96.
97. Oh man.
97?
Yeah, 97.
You did it say 97. I still say 96.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going fast.
Is it? Oh my goodness. Well, I am King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community every day, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish.
As you can see.
Every day.
Hey, what's up, Antonio, Ariel, Alex Daly?
I think we might have came on one time at 9:59. We never made that mistake again.
Yeah. A couple a little later, everybody shows up at the same time.
All right, so let's stop laughing. And everybody's probably logging on like, hey, it's so funny over here. So there ain't nothing funny right now in crypto land.
Oh, man.
Oh, people. Everything is all good. I know you're seeing the price of Bitcoin. We talked about this last week. It still looked like it's on this downward slide. Well, here's a little interesting fun fact. The price of Bitcoin is still higher than it was 3 months ago, people. We are still in the positive direction. And in another 2 or 3 months, this whole January and early February is going to be a small little blip on the entire charts when you're looking at the trends and you're trying to chart off and looking at the cycle. So right now, you should be continuing to buy. Right now is accumulation phase. We're going to continue to see it bounce up and down, like we said, until at least this Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year is over.
Yeah.
But yes, this is the time you buy when everyone is selling, when there's all this FUD, when everyone is scared. Yeah. You should be buying. Buy.
Yeah, and I think what's happening now is there's of course the big correction that's come down to the price of this. Now I think we'll have one more FUD because we got something to discuss today, but February 6th, I think we'll have at least a couple headlines.
The SEC,
the SEC says crypto is terrible, whatever. Could be used for whatever, and that'll be one more gasp of pushing down to get out weak hands, and then from there, the next couple weeks coming up, like you said, the Lunar New Year's ending, Wall Street bankers get most of their bonuses mid to end of February, as well as regular people with tax returns and stuff like that. So
we're still bullish.
Yeah, we're still bullish long term, but you gotta understand these people that were buying at 16, 17K had no business even in the market. They should have spent the last 2 months reading and researching. So this is a perfect time to do it, but if you're worried about the price, then you're in it for the wrong reasons.
Right. Honestly. And it kind of goes back, I mean, I'm happy to see it shaking out because literally there were so many people popping up overnight with like their expert analysis into it. I'm like, you just started buying like 2 days ago. Like, what are you talking about?
And somebody said, who was it? Boyce Watkins just stopped talking about it.
See, this is what I'm saying. You're going to figure out who's who right now. Yo.
I mean, nothing
I bet you Ty Lopez about to start selling packages.
Yeah, you know, nothing against him or people who do that, but we've been telling people that, like, if you just only jumped in 3 months ago, you don't know what is going on. You think I'm telling people, you know, oh yeah, 16,000 is a good time. What are you talking about? Why are you even discussing crypto? Because this is a space that you have to earn your stripes. It doesn't matter what you did before this. You got to learn that this is what the market does. This is what crypto is.
So I'm honestly, as you can see, we come every day. We're unfazed by it. This has been a good thing because, like I said, it's shaking out a lot of investors that were only in for like the 2 or 3 week buck. Well, you know, we had a client who literally put like 20K in, and I think about a week and a half or 2 weeks later, he's like, you know, is it a good time to sell everything? I'm like, what are you talking about? You just put it in for 2 weeks. You're not even supposed to get these type of returns, man.
I'm looking at 1 minute charts.
Right. So again, I'm happy to actually see this. And you know what? I think the next time on this next bull run, so it'll catch a lot of people off guard who haven't been paying attention. Like you said, the Boyce Watkins guy stopped talking about it. We personally know people who started talking about it like third week of December and all of a sudden stopped talking about it like second week of January.
Yeah. We just want you to remember who was still here when the times was bad.
Now.
Yeah. Still trading. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing has changed. But top news: Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, and Lloyd's banking group, which has a plethora of other banks under it in the UK. That's the biggest. That's the largest bank in the UK. They have all decided to stop offering their credit cards. They banned their credit cards to buy crypto to customers, basically. Lloyd's Bank in UK was the first major credit card provider in that country to actually do it. You know, last week here we had Chase, Bank of America, and Citigroup do it. But basically, all these banks are coming out saying that you cannot use your credit card to buy crypto because they are worried with the way the market is, how it drops and goes up, the volatility of it. They think that people won't pay back their credit card debt if they lose it.
People ain't gonna pay it back anyway.
Exactly. No, and this is funny. It's funny that you say that because like we literally talk maybe 2 or 3 minutes before we go on live. People just make sure we have the same topics. We do our own independent research, but that is actually what I had as a note. Here's the thing people still understand. Unfortunately, we don't have the world isn't a bunch of South Koreans who are down the ride.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's scared to switch over, but once people switch over to a decentralized currency such as Bitcoin or any other one that comes about, once we make this switch, once merchants accept it, once people have it and use it in peer-to-peer, there will not be a need for a credit rating. It won't, like, credit won't matter.
Yeah, it'd be like, what's an arbitrary number you just threw at me?
Right?
Do you have the money?
Right now, people who are crypto rich do not care about credit. It just doesn't matter anymore. I am telling you. That is why in Texas and all these other places, you're starting to see people accept houses or accept crypto for houses. In LA here, you can buy a Lamborghini Aventador with like Bitcoin at this point. So as more and more merchants decide to accept crypto, credit won't matter. You can have a terrible credit score, but if you bought it early enough, you are still very wealthy.
Against social,
yeah, you can hedge against it. So I think that's the biggest thing. I think they're starting to notice that too. The banks are starting to see like,
they were using us to get rich on crypto. Hold up.
And they will never pay this back.
We're supposed to be doing this to y'all. Why y'all doing this to us? Yeah. And just to clarify, Lloyd's Bank, not Lloyd Banks. I saw some people that was
the banking group.
Yeah, the banking group. But some people thought it was the rapper Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
They were like, 50 Cent is buying Bitcoin and Lloyd Banks is telling people not to buy it. Like, no, dog. Crypto is not a real thing.
Well, should we trademark that?
But that's the thing, though. It's Lloyd's Bank, not Lloyd Banks. Man.
Well, again, it's crazy. People really grasp this. The banks, they play long games. I mean, 50 to 100 years out. They don't even play for themselves. They play for the next 3 presidents of the company, what they're going to need to do. So they already see the writing on the wall. This is what we mean. Could you imagine if you don't need a credit score anymore? Yeah. If you are Bitcoin rich, if you're crypto rich and you don't need credit, that changes the entire game, especially in the United States. Yeah. I mean, that changed the game. Literally all you need is for a merchant of whatever you want to buy, whether it's cars, gas, groceries, houses, land. All you need is that person on the other side who's selling to say, yep, I have this Bitcoin payment processor. I'm going to turn it straight back to fiat, but I will take your crypto. Yeah. You do not need credit. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's going to be funny. It's literally, I mean, it's like we said, the war is over right now. It's just the battles at this point.
And we're in a credit bubble. If you haven't seen the Dow, the Dow's looking like that credit bubble is starting to wane a little bit. We've been going straight up for 10 years. So, that's one of those things that when credit becomes something that, hey, I can't use it or I won't use it, hey, good luck. Because crypto is going to step right in.
Right. So I'm seeing people say they bought high and stuff. Don't worry. You have to think long term, people, long term. If you bought, even if you bought at 20K, let's have this conversation at January of 2019. Yeah. But even if you did, let's have a conversation in January 19. If you bought at 20K, you're good to go. Let's see what we have.
Yeah.
We have, is there one?
We just discussed that.
They said boys got a $500 a month class. There we go. 3 weeks in, $500 a month class.
Like I said, a lot of these people that are popping up, it's noble that they're trying to help people, but it's one of those things that if you were actually a believer in the tech, when you first heard about it, you would have been talking about it. It's not like some of these people just heard of it. They just started believing in it once the price shot past a certain point. However, people like myself who have seen it grow over the years from nothing to being laughed at when people say it doesn't work, I hate the fact that people are getting influenced by these people as much as they are, because honestly, they get quiet. In bear markets, when things go bad, when you don't really have an option to get out or stuff like that, they can't do anything for you. But yeah, gentlemen of crypto, we're here for you, warriors. We got you.
Antonio said, are we still trading? Yes, we are trading, but it's tax season, so we're losing everything we trade. Yep. However, we do have some products coming out in regards to trading here soon. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, we're getting our website updated. So there's a place for people to log on, but it'll be for our newsletter we're rolling out. So if you haven't already, go to our website, sign up for the newsletter. We'll put out information, email to everybody, let you know how to sign up and everything. But that should be coming out next 2 or 3 weeks. Yep. But yes, we are still trading and we're doing okay. So let's see.
Bitcoin is getting jumped. Yep.
Bitcoin is getting jumped. I just saw that.
Hey, what's up, Cash? Appreciate you joining. Get in on this Bitcoin right here.
All right, I'll look back at some comments. But until then, China blocks foreign crypto exchanges to counter financial risk. China is back at it again. Listen, if you watch this for, I don't think we talk about China, but if you watch some of our earlier things, we told you China. Right now, we're seeing some other countries follow. So it looks like South Korea is trying to turn to the new China.
Fresh China food.
Right, but China loves to fud it up. And right now, they're saying they're going to block all foreign crypto exchanges, all offshore exchanges, and offshore ICO websites to its Great Firewall. The South China Morning Post reported that Monday today, and Yeah, they're saying they're quoting that with a publication affiliated with the People's Bank of China. So again, China's freaking out. They're saying, you know what? Not just they realized after they banned their own internal exchanges, everybody went elsewhere, started using VPNs and all that.
Yeah.
So they're using this amazing firewall that they have for their internet to block even more. Again, the fact that a country controls some of the internet is ridiculous, but they try to. So they're saying you can't access their ICO websites or crypto exchanges from the regular browsing, of course. If you have a VPN, you can skirt right around that and continue as business as usual. So
yeah, and that's one of the things they're gonna do is try and centralize where you can buy crypto from, so that they can see where you buy it and they can track it and use that against you. However, like somebody just stated, the biggest group of decentralized exchanges are used by the Chinese, used very, very much in the Japanese, South Korea area. A lot of times VPNs are the only way people can get around whatever restrictions they try and put on it. Because the fight is decentralization versus centralization, people. We keep reminding you that, and that's what's going to keep coming. So China FUD, fresh on a Monday, of course, right on time. This is
right. Yeah, it's funny how it happens on Monday too, right?
I mean, I believe we said that Friday. Like China FUD is coming on top of what's already there, because it's not enough to do it by itself. You need some other stuff on top of that. So, yeah, right on time, China.
Suarez got me laughing. They eating boys up right now. He said he bought it in 2013, but he started believing it last September.
Yeah. I can't speak for other people.
Hey, what's going on? Shout out to Duran Rubin. He says the first time, he or she says the first time catching us live. When we get lit when it's live, right? Yeah. You are officially a crypto warrior. No?
Yeah, join the warriors.
Also, Antonio said, listen, people, if you don't know Antonio, make sure you follow him. Antonio, you can put your Twitter on here. He has a lot of great info too. He's creating some products in the space. He's out there in the UK and London, but he just said also China is the highest. They have the highest users of decentralized exchanges. Yeah. I can see that. I definitely can see that, since they're this is how they've always done it as far as trying to push people away from it. But he said again, all China's doing is pushing decentralized exchanges. Again, we cannot wait until that one decentralized exchange pops up that is just swinging in all directions, has liquidity, secure, and all that other stuff. We tested out a few of them, but right now there's still a lot of them in their beta stages. So, I can't wait till that big one comes out. Yeah, let's see. Michael Jones said, I love this bear market. These are the times to learn major lessons and journal what is happening, because it will repeat. You will be caught off guard next time. Exactly, Michael Jones. Yep. That is a part of fundamental and technical analysis. Like, this is the time, people, when it's, you like annotate all this stuff. Annotate everything that's going on, all these big trends, even when it comes to the FUD.
Look at the stories when they come out every day.
It's going to happen again. Probably the same time next year. Like, it's just literally they're going to do the same thing.
Yeah, you got to attack it when it's its weakest, and the weakest time for Bitcoin is always the beginning of the year, during tax season, when people just finish Christmas, just finish partying and all that, don't have much cash to put into it. So that's the best time to attack it. So that's when they do it every year. So, and then 6 months later in the summer, when nobody's paying attention and people are just getting back in school and trying to do stuff like that, boom, another cycle. So it seems to be the same thing every 6 months.
Yep. Let's see. On some positive news, last week, Qtum launched its first ever blockchain node into space. Again, that happened about summer last year with Blockstream.
Yeah.
How they launched their node in space. But is it Quantum Qtum? I always pronounce it wrong. Qtum.
I mean, I say Quantum.
Quantum, I say, either way. Qtum Quantum, a blockchain project focused on decentralized applications, announced on Twitter Friday, February 2nd, that the first ever space-based blockchain node made by them had been launched on a Chinese satellite into space. People, if this isn't bullish, you're not launching nodes into outer space if you think the crypto market's going to crash. You know what I mean? So kudos to them, first of all, but and I'll let Bitcoin Zay kind of go more in depth on this, because he's definitely the in-house technical expert. But just from the outside looking in, I mean, I think the positive thing about having these nodes starting to go into space is that eventually we won't need to be logged onto the internet. We won't need, to go through China or US or whatever regulations to buy and sell crypto. You'll be able to just kind of connect it via cellular phone to the node in outer space and be able to trade and buy and do all those things just like that. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. Right now, I still think it's centralized right now because everybody can afford to send us. Yeah, everybody can afford, because China sent the Quantum one. Blockstream is American backed. The thing is, with satellites being pushed, they have to have some sort of regulatory agency let them do it.
That's
so
true too.
Honestly, in my opinion, the reason they're letting them do it is because And they don't understand that this is actually what's going to help Bitcoin long term, because the resources here on Earth may not become as plentiful as they think, and they're thinking 100 years from now, 50 years from now. You never know. So if there's always a backup plan, and if we somehow are on another, if we're on another planet, you know what? That's a very simple sentence, but that is very true. There's no taxes in space.
Not yet.
But the funny thing is like, they're here. So it's like, if you go to Mars or whatever in the future or whatnot, whatever. I wonder if the same people would try and keep that same system in place, which is crazy because you go to another planet.
And we have international space stations.
Yeah. So and I mean, I don't even know how you impose it outside of military, but.
Well, and that's one of the things where, I see the value in crypto is that, they talk about this space race and, getting out of space and building all these things, whether it's different planet or just living at a space station. You're not bringing fiat currency with you. You're definitely not bringing fiat currency from different countries with you. There's ones that have to be one globalized currency, and it's going to be digital. It makes no sense for it not to be digital. So, like you said, you start talking 100, 200 years down the line, there has to be a cryptocurrency. Yeah. I mean, there's no other way to do it. What are you going to do?
Going backwards.
I'm gonna wire transfer some funds from Chase to the space station out of space. How long is that going to take to get there? You know what I mean?
So, have NASA deliver that gold to your front door. Come on,
right.
What are you talking about?
So, again, it's good for the space. It's definitely good for technology. I think it shows that people still working to advance this stuff, even though there's all this FUD coming out.
Absolutely.
More FUD, because from what I've been told, this vulnerability is kind of old. I think it was actually on a few other devices as well, but we're going to talk about it because I know a lot of people bought these things. But Cointelegraph releases a story where Ledger has said they found a newly discovered vulnerability in all the Ledger hardware wallets that put the user's funds at risk. The report named the attack is called a man-in-the-middle attack. It can be performed when the user attempts to generate an address to receive Bitcoins to their Ledger wallet, but it's only if that computer that is used in the process is infected by malware. The attacker can secretly replace the code responsible for generating the address, causing all future deposits to be sent to the attacker. According to the report, users should take advantage of an undocumented feature, which I know in Trezor for sure is already automatic, but it looks like on the ledgers, the ones right now, you have to go ahead and do it yourself. But right, it's on Cointelegraph, they explain it, but you have to use an undocumented feature, and of course, Google and YouTube, people, all this stuff is on there. But the feature is that wallet displays receiving address on the wallet's physical display. So it puts the address on the ledger, same thing as Trezor does, same thing you should be doing. And then even further, if your computer has malware on it and you're doing anything crypto-wise, it's not even Ledger where you're at risk. You're at risk everywhere. So you definitely want to make sure your computer is checked out as well. Don't use any old computers, third-party computers that you bought from some guy on Craigslist, whatever. It has to be a new computer, people. This is one of those things fresh out the box. And even at this point, you got to make sure you know the source of where those components come from, because I remember there was this big fuss about trying to make a lot of parts. And they already had installed some of the malware and stuff.
Fresh out the box.
Fresh out the box, it was still messed up. So you got to do some due diligence when you're buying all these new things. But again, the vulnerability in Ledger, it can only happen if your computer already is infected with malware. And then again, just for general practice, you want to get used for these offline wallets or these Trezors and Ledgers. You want to get used to looking at your Bitcoin address on them, not on your laptop in general. So that's my thoughts. Absolutely. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. It's a vulnerability. It happens if you get hit with malware. Don't get hit with malware.
That's really it.
Protect yourself. I mean, that's been one of our biggest
at all
things.
Times.
One of our biggest themes for our show is protect yourself. Make sure security-wise you have everything you need. So,
what's going on? Love yourself all the way from Turkey. There we go.
Turkey. Oh yeah. We're getting views from I don't know how many different places now. 20 or 30 different countries.
This is, he has a coin term for. We're gonna roll out soon. The largest international something. Crypto Q, U.S. Army and NSA working to infiltrate Tor, he asked.
I've seen that, maybe they already have infiltrated Tor. That's some of the stuff I'm hearing now. But honestly, for most people, that won't apply to them because they'll end up getting caught in the web of centralized exchanges and buying it. But for people who want to increase their security levels, that is one concern, yes. So,
Anya92 said, do we think China would ban crypto for their plan to introduce their gold-backed yuan? Yes, we think. Well, I just think that's why everybody's trying to ban it, so they can come out with their own, dollar coin, petro coin, yuan coin, crypto ruble. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and with the gold backed, it'd be interesting to see how they can claim how much gold they have. Too.
That's a good
That'd
point.
be interesting.
We know Canada got fake gold.
Yeah.
Double 20. How do you get rid of Ty Lopez adverts on YouTube? Your guess is as good as mine.
I don't know, but
I hear they're all going to Facebook.
If I never see another, hey guys, my backyard, I'll be just as happy as I would never see him again. I mean, that's one of those things that pop up everywhere, and
Jamal J, he says, should I double down and cop some more? Again, we are not financial experts, but I personally would.
I mean, I would. Yeah, don't mortgage your house or anything.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Whatever you're planning to buy or the amount you're planning to buy, if you would put in, 5% at a level, and you're looking to put more, yeah, I would definitely buy these. The more FUD that comes out, the more you should be encouraged that once it stops, there's nothing keeping it from, increasing in price. Because people want to buy it, they just don't know when, they just don't know what's going on, so it's all good.
All right, so I'm seeing some Crypto Q. I know he's an IT type specialist, so he has some information over here to make sure you can protect your computer. He's saying use external SSD and wipe the computer, erase everything to CCleaner highest level / federal standard.
Yeah, CCleaner is always good.
Yeah. Oh, great point, Antonio. Buy your ledgers from Ledger. So listen, again, this goes back to the computers. Everything you buy in crypto, whether it's your Ledger, your Trezor, all that, do not buy it from eBay. Don't buy it from these third-party sites. Buy it directly from the company. It may take longer to mail to you. It might even be 30 or 40 bucks more. But again, buy it straight from the company because the way the hackers work, they're not going to let you know they're in there. They're not going to take $100 from you. They're going to sit back and wait a year.
Let you send
6
all
years. They're going to wait a long time before they hit you after you accumulated a lot of money. And then they're going to hit you when it's a lot at stake. So, yeah, make sure you're getting it from the official source. How do we think the Senate hearings will go tomorrow? We think it's probably going to be more fun.
I think it's going to be a fresh news line about U.S. bans crypto or Senate hearings go bad for crypto. Something I believe is going to come out tomorrow just to give it that one final stab in the heart before the real whales come in and start accumulating as low as they can because, like I said, I think 9 or 10 days is when most of Wall Street, most of them get their bonuses, as well as that's usually when the next cycle started last year, right before March. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, if you wake up tomorrow and see 6,900 or something like that, don't say I didn't tell you.
Well, and then the other thing behind it too is you have to remember with this, a lot of institutional money is coming in, whether it's Wall Street institutions, old money, traditional money. This is big money. You remember until recently with the what was the Ledger something, I forgot what it's called. Whatever. Until the new platform just enrolled that allowed you to buy Bitcoin by the millions. We didn't have a way to come in and buy Bitcoin by the millions. That is still very difficult to do. If you had $20-30 million, it is fairly difficult to buy Bitcoin right now. Once they actually do start buying at these levels, which is what we think we're going to see next, that price is going to jump very quickly. I mean, it's going to happen really fast, and it won't be a way to really start buying it on your own if you're not really into the market and you got your limits high and all that other stuff. So again, like you said, I believe it as well. They're just trying to push it literally as low as it can go because the first time someone puts in that order for 30, 40, 50 million plus and that price skyrockets, it's no going back there. So, you definitely want to, if you're buying that much, let's say I'm buying $10 million worth of crypto. I don't want to buy $10 million at $15,000. I want to buy $10 million at $5,000 if possible.
Or
$3,000, anything.
Throw the house at it,
Right. So expect to look for that. Last couple of stories. Let's see. We have what's going on in Italy. So Italy is looking to register crypto databases. I don't understand this.
Well, Italy's doing what I think a lot of countries are, and the reason we talk about international governments, what they do is it's usually a precursor to what the U.S. government is going to do. Just because they get on it first doesn't mean they're going to get on it the best. But what they're planning to do is every crypto business has to sign up with this agency or they'll be considered illegal, and they'll keep all of those agencies in a central database. Like that hasn't...
Right, like that always works.
That always works. Come on, man. And they're trying to keep them all in the central database so they can keep track of the people who are buying and selling crypto as well as using crypto in their day-to-day. So I think that's just a precursor to what we'll see from other countries as they try to centralize the amount of people who are using it, because it's decentralized. Anybody can use it, so you have to try and rein in some of the bigger money people. So I think regular people won't have to worry as much, but people who have crypto businesses in Italy, they'll start with that. So you'll start seeing it, I think, in a lot of other countries as well.
For sure.
Already do. I mean, you already sort of have to sign up as a crypto business, depending on what you do. So
shout out to Henry E from France. Crypto Key, is anyone going to be talking at the Senate hearing like Andreas did in Canada? Not sure, but we actually have it on our to-do list to make it to one of these hearings. Some of the next few, so we'll see.
Show up with my sign.
Right? Donate? No.
So it's at 6,900 now. See, I ain't even looking at the price. I can already tell you it's going.
They're going to try to push it. Last couple, Wells Fargo. What's going on with Wells Fargo?
Well, if you haven't heard about Wells Fargo, they basically got told you can't make any more money this year, player, because y'all messing up too bad. And
they're shutting them down.
Yeah, they shut them down basically. In my opinion, you got to read between the lines. The Fed is basically telling Wells Fargo, look, man, if you're gonna do dirt, you got to make sure you keep it out of the public spotlight, or we have to punish you. Which is basically what happened. They set up hundreds of millions of dollars worth of fake accounts. They're basically a bad look for all banks right now at a time when the trust in banks are at the lowest. So I think they dropped about 10% in the stock price as soon as they announced that they can't. They put a limit on how much money they can make this year, simply because they're doing bad practices that I think a lot of banks are doing just didn't get caught. So Wells Fargo, that's one of the banks that a lot of people use, but good luck, because they probably going to start imposing fees or imposing stuff to get that money back. So good luck with that. But that to me is something that in the crypto world you have to realize. Banks do this stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand why you would keep staying with them, but hey, that is the world we live in.
I understand. Malik Howard says, "Bad, the wife works for Wells." Hey, we have family that works for banks.
I'm from North Carolina. That's the biggest That's the banking capital of the world in the South.
So. Yeah, so we know a ton of people who work at banks,
uncles, aunts, family members,
and we've told them all to get ready for when they start slicing people when this AI comes out in the next couple of years. Yeah. And last but not least, scammers steal over 1.8 million by posing as admins of Seele ICO on Telegram.
Stop buying ICOs, man.
Again, people, is it really?
Just stop buying ICOs.
With that being said, we do have sponsored posts coming up today and next week, so we will be pushing a lot of ICOs to get their sponsored posts. Yep. And you need to do your own due diligence on that, but we will just go ahead and introduce it and put the information out there. Mm-hmm. However, when it comes to these ICOs, if someone's on Telegram, on the Discords, on the Slacks, the threads, and they're telling you to just start sending money to a certain place, you gotta stop sending your money.
Stop sending money.
There's no rush. There is no rush. I know they have the bonuses. We've had people call us up, like literally, I just found out about this ICO, the bonus thing closes in 8 hours. I'm thinking about putting X amount of dollars on it. We're like, no, why would you rush to do that?
8 hours to get some sleep.
Yeah, there's no rush, people. It's basically they're good salespeople. They want you to hurry up and buy, put your money in. There's no rush. Even if you do miss the ICO, remember, it's going to eventually hit the exchange. If it's a good product that has value, it's still going to go up. You have to stop looking for that get-rich-quick scheme and be ready to ride it out, at least for 2 years. And that's 2 years is even a long time in traditional investment. People, they tell you that you're not going to get your money back from 15 to 20 to 25 years. Yeah. Like, we're talking about 2 years tops, a year tops, 3 years tops. Give it time with these investments. But yeah, if you try to rush and do this overnight thing, then that's how scammers steal over 1.8 million. Again, another few points, another 1.8 million to that hacking and scamming department that we said is actually becoming
it's $1 billion industry.
It's an industry. How did that become an industry? But that's what it is.
I was about to say, speaking of Alex Daly, it is at 6,900. I didn't even see the price. I just knew it's going to go there, maybe below that. But Alex Daly actually won the free Bitcoin from last time, discussing Discord.
Oh, we didn't talk about, pardon me.
Yeah, and how you can connect it to Patreon, and 5K is a definite possibility. I already sent that free Bitcoin to you, Alex Daly, but appreciate the comment. We were talking about secret, or not secret, but private chat groups or different software you could use to send messages back and forth, like Telegram. Discord was one. I think Stealth Chat was on there, but I didn't know you could connect Discord to Patreon. However, great to know, because we will have our own Discord group coming up soon. So,
alrighty.
Yeah.
I just found out two new things. I just found out you can connect Discord to Patreon, and I just found out we were about to start a Discord group, just as when you all found out.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the Timmy T said, "Are we doing anything or meetups for All-Star Weekend?" You and the crypto, they said me and the crypto friends be out there. We actually hadn't thought about it because we're doing something for CIAA in Charlotte for sure is what we're looking like. But that's a good point. All-Star Weekend is in LA, I believe, next weekend, so about 2 weeks from now. Yeah. So we might actually do something. It will be a good time. Yeah, we know a few of the NBA guys out here too, so we might give them a call. But hey, we need you to show up for this.
Yeah, pull up. Out.
All right, for the free Bitcoin day, what are we doing?
For the free Bitcoin today, Lloyd's Bank stops credit card just like JP Morgan Citibank. Which banks do you think will stop credit card payments? And do you think this will actually affect the price? Because credit card payments are about 17% of the payments that are made for Bitcoin. So do you think it'll affect the price positively or negatively? Also, which bank do you think will impose this next? So put your public address and we'll send that free Bitcoin. Keep this discussion going because it is interesting to stop people from buying with credit. And what's your thoughts on that? So.
All right, and then for the last question, Michael Jones said, how low can Bitcoin go before a retracement to upside?
$1. It can go.
That's actually a true statement.
I got all my bids at $1.
That's actually
I'm gonna buy
that's a lie. It could go down to a Satoshi.
Yeah,
it could go down to Satoshi. No, listen, I don't know. We don't know. Regardless, again, like we started off the show, that one fact, Bitcoin is still higher than it was 3 months ago. This is a healthy correction. It's a combination of healthy correction, weekends, and a ton of FUD pushing the price even lower by manipulating the media and people in the market. But at the end of the day, the value is still there. People still use it. Mempool isn't spammed as much. I can tell you that.
Oh man, it's getting cleared up.
It's cleared up.
5,000 transactions.
There we go. So it's a lot of positives. And again, if you believe in the value of it, then hey, you have nothing to worry about. It's if you're trying to make money in the next month or 6 weeks, you might have some issues. But again, give it to that March time frame. Just look what happens to you in May and June. And then maybe we'll get another Christmas present next December. And you all now know to either sell off or diversify come Thanksgiving and Christmas of next year.
Same, you know what I'm saying? Same cycle.
Same cycle, people. Nothing's going to change. All right, until tomorrow, you all have a good one. Take care. We're working on a lot of stuff. We actually have one of our episodes up on the iTunes store and I think Google Play as well. So we're working on getting all the episodes backloaded up on the podcast as well as the new ones. So you'll be seeing that. As Bitcoins, they said, we're going to have a Discord channel come out soon, Telegram more than likely. We have a newsletter coming out, so make sure you just put your email in on our website so we can send out that info when it comes. And what else do we have? I think that's about it. We got a ton of stuff. All right, Ron, Jeremy, shout out to you. Everybody take care.
All right. Have a good one.